Hello friends, welcome to Easy Way. Now Easy Way has started a unique revision test series in which we are going to solve 10 questions from various sections. In this particular video, we are going to solve 10 questions of elementary mathematics. These questions are taken from CLAT 2016's paper. Now the aim of the series is that we want to make you aware of the type of the questions that are asked in exam. Okay. Now before watching this video, I recommend you to first take the test. This test is available on our website. If you want, you can take the test, because once you take the test, you know where you stand. You know how much time do you take to do a particular question. Okay. And once you're done with the test, you can come here to evaluate yourself. You can visit our website www.easyway.co.in. You can either log in or sign up, enroll in the free course, and then take the revision test series for CLAT course. Now first question is, the traffic lights at 3 different signal points change after every 45 seconds, 75 seconds and 90 seconds respectively. If all change simultaneously at 7, 20, 15 hours, then they will change again simultaneously at. Okay. Now in this question, it is said that there are 3 different signal points and they change after 45 seconds. Okay. Now that means if the first signal points change now, then in the next after 45 minutes it will change, and the second signal point will change after 75 seconds, and the third signal point will change after 90 seconds. And if simultaneously, if all 3 are changing at a particular time, that is 7, 20, 15 hours, then next simultaneously they will change at. So in order to do this question, we have to find out the LCM of this number. Okay, what we have to do, we have to find out the LCM of this number, then only we can find out that at what time they change simultaneously. So now the first one is changing after 45 seconds. So 45 seconds. Second one is changing at 75 seconds. So 75 seconds. And third one is changing after 90 seconds. So what we have to do, we have to find out the LCM of 45, 75 and 90. So what is LCM of, how do we find out LCM? We find out the factors of each of the numbers and then we find out the common factors. Now what is 45? 15 into 3, 15 3s is 45. What is 75? 15 into 5 is 75 and 90 is 15 into 6. Now out of this, which one is common? 15, 15 and 15 is common. So we'll write 15 here. And next here, what is common here? 3 is common. So 3, and here it is 6. So that means 3 into 2. So 3 is common. Next, how many numbers are left? 5 and 2. So into 5 into 2. Okay. So this will be what? 15 3s are 45, 45 2s are 90 and 95s will be 450. So that means they will together change after 450 seconds. Now we have to convert this 450. Now see, this answer, this 45 seconds, 75 and 90 are in seconds. And we are getting 450. That means we are getting 450 seconds. But we want the answer in this format. So what we have to do, we have to convert this 450 into minutes and seconds. Now how do we convert seconds into minutes? By dividing it by 60, right? Why 60? Because 1 minute has 60 seconds. So 450 upon 60. Now we know that 450 is not divided by 60, but we know that 420 is divided by 60. So 420 upon 60 plus 450 will be 420 plus 30, 30 upon 60. Okay. So this will be cancelled and this will be 7. So this is 7 minutes and this is half minutes, but we want in seconds and also. Okay, we want the answer in seconds as well. So this, if we have to convert this 30 by 60 minutes into seconds, we have to multiply by 60. Okay, if we have to convert minutes into seconds, we have to multiply by 60. So this 60 will be gone and we'll be left with 7 minutes and 30 seconds. So it changed after how much time? It changed after 7. It will change after 7 minutes 30 seconds. And at what time it changed first? 7 minutes 20, 7 hour 20 minutes and 15 seconds. So that means what we have to do? 7, 20 minutes and 15 seconds. Now what are our minutes? 7. So we'll add plus 7 here. And what are our seconds? 30. So plus 30 here. So that will be 7 hour 27 minutes and 30 plus 15 will be 45. So our answer is 7 hour 27 minutes and 45 seconds. That means option number 4 is the correct answer. So in this question, basically what we have done, we have first found out the LCM of these number, and then we converted this answer that is in seconds and improperly in minutes and seconds, and then we got the answer as 7 minutes and 30 seconds, and then we added to this time, initial time. Okay, so the answer we are getting is 7 hours 27 minutes and 45 seconds. The next question is, a circular park 42 meter in diameter has a path 3.5 meter wide running around it on the outside. Find the cost of graveling the path at ₹4 per meter square. Okay, now what they have told us, there is a circular path. Let us say this is a circular path. This is a circular path, and they have told us that diameter is 42. So if diameter is 42, then what is radius? Radius will be 42 by 2, that is 21, right? 21 meter. So that means radius of this path is how much? 21 meter. Now next it is said that has a path of 3.5 meter wide running around. So that means outside this circular park there is a wide path. Let us say this is the path. And what is the path of this? What is the width of this path? 3.5 meters. That means this is 3.5 meter. Now they have told us, find the cost of graveling the path at 4 rupees per meter square. That means we have to find out the graveling of this area at 4 rupees per meter square. Okay, so how can we find out this area? We can first find out the area of the larger square, let us say A1, and then area of the smaller square, smaller circle, that is, let us say A2, and then we can subtract the area of smaller circle, that is A2, from area of bigger circle, that is A1. Okay, now let us say A1 is the area of the outer circle. So how do we find out area of outer circle or area of any circle? Pi r square. So pi, and what is the radius of outer circle? This 21 plus this, right? This is the outer circle, and if this is the area, if this is the radius of the inner circle and this is the width, then total radius will be, or the radius of the outer circle will be 21 plus 3.5, that is 24.5. 24.5 square. We'll write it as it is. This is our equation 1. We are not going to solve this. We'll solve it later on. Now next, area of the smaller circle, let us say A2. So that will be pi into the radius. What is the radius of the smaller circle? 21. So 21 square. Now what we have to do, we have to find out this area. So what will be this area? Area of A2 minus area of A1. Then we'll get this area, and then we'll multiply by 4. So what we'll do, we'll subtract this area 1 minus area 2. So A1 minus A2 will be pi into 24.5 square minus pi into 21 square. Now we will take this pi. Now what is the value of pi? 22 by 7. So we'll take this 22 by 7 common, and we'll be left with 24.5 square minus 21 square. Okay. Now you must have studied a formula called a square minus b square. Now what is a square minus b square? A plus b into a minus b. The reason why we have not solved it here, because we want easy calculation. Okay, so we are subtracting this, and we are getting a formula that is a square minus b square, that is a plus b into a minus b. So 22 by 7 into 24.5 plus 21 into 24.5 plus minus 21. Okay, so 22 by 7. What is 24.5 plus 21? This will be 45.5. And this will be 24.5 minus 21 will be 3.5. So 3.5. Now this will be 1 za, this will be 0.5 za. So 0.5 into 22 will be 11. So 45.5 into 11 is the area of this path. So first we will solve this. 45.5 into 11, that will be 554, and this will be again 554. So answer will be 5, 10, 10, and this will be 5. So our final answer is 500.5. Okay, so the area of this path is what? 500.5. Now next, what we have to find out the area of graveling it at the rate of ₹4. That means we have to multiply here 4. So that will be 5 4s are 20. So that will be 0, 2, 0, 0, and then again 5 4s are 20. So our final answer is 2002. Okay. So answer is option number 3. So in this question, what we have done, we have first drawn a circle, smaller circle with radius 21 and a path of 3.5 meter around it. So the radius of the outer circle will be 21 plus 3.5. Now first we have considered the area of outer circle as A1, and area of outer circle will be pi into 21 plus 3.5, that is 24.5 square, and A2 as the area of the smaller circle, that is pi into 21 square. And in order to find out this area, what we have to do, area of outer circle minus area of inner circle. So after this we got the answer as 500.5. okay, but they have told us to find out the graveling of the path at rupees 4. So 500.5 into 4, we are getting the answer as 2002. So option number 3 is the correct answer. The next question is, a train which is moving at an average speed of 40 km per hour reaches its destination on time. When its average speed reduces to 35 km per hour, then it reaches its destination 15 minutes late. The distance traveled by the train is, okay. Now we all know the formula of distance is nothing but speed into time, okay. Now what they have told us, a train is moving at an average speed of 40 km per hour. So speed is what? Speed is 40. Reaches its destination on time. Let us say that time is t and distance is d. So we can say d is equals to 40 into t. Let us say this is our equation number 1. Now next it is said that if the average speed reduces to 35 km per hour, then it reaches its destination 15 minutes late. Okay, so that means it is covering the same distance d. It is covering the same distance d, but now the speed here is 35. So 35, and they are telling this that it reaches the destination 15 minutes late. Now for initially it reached the destination on time, but now it is reaching the destination 15 minutes late. So time will be now t plus 15 minutes. This t we are considering it in hours, and this 15 is in minutes. So we'll convert this 15 into minutes. So that will be t plus 15 by 60. Okay, so now new time will be when the speed is 35 km per hour. So now new time will be t plus 15 upon 60. So t plus 15 upon 60, we can write it as 1 by 4, because 15 4s is 60, 1 by 4. This is equation number 2. Now we can equate equation number 1 and 2. So 40t is equals to 35 t plus 1 by 4. Okay. So now this will be 1 8s are 5 8s are 40, and this will be 7s are. So 8t is equals to 70 plus 7 by 4. Okay, now we'll take the 70 on the left hand side, so that will be 80 minus 70 t. So answer is 7 by 4. That means the time, appropriate time or the correct time is 7 by 4 hours. Now what they have told us to find out the distance traveled. Now we can put this value in either equation 1 or in equation 2. We are going to put this value in equation 1. So what will be the answer? D is equals to 40 into t is what? 7 by 4. So into 7 by 4. So this will be 1s are 10s are. So answer is 70 kilometers. Okay, so option number 3rd is the correct answer. The distance traveled by the train is 70 kilometers. Now in this question, what we have done, we have used the simple formula, that is distance is equals to speed into time. Now here they have told us the speed is 40 kilometers and it reaches the destination on time. So we have taken the time as t, distance as d, and now speed is 40. But next it is said that when the speed is reduced to 35 km per hour, it reaches destination 15 minutes late. So that means t plus 15 minutes more. So with this t we have taken in hours, so that will be 15 by 60. If you have to convert this 15 minutes into hours, we have to divide it by 60. Okay, so now new time will be t plus 15 upon 60, that is 1 by 4. So d is equals to new speed is 35 into t plus 1 by 4, and then we have equated equation 1 and 2, and then we got the answer. Then we got the time as 7 by 4, and we substituted this value in equation 1, and we got the answer as 70 kilometers. That is distance traveled by train is 70 kilometers. Now next question is, the mean of 72 items was found to be 63 if 2 of the items were misrecorded as 27 and 9 instead of 72 and 90 respectively. Find the correct mean. Now in order to do this question, we'll first understand the concept of mean. Now what is concept of mean? Total values upon number of values is equals to mean. Total values means what? Sum of the values, sum of the individual values, and number of values means number of items or number of values present, and that will be equals to mean. Now how many values, how many items do we have? 72, and what is the mean? 63. So let us say total value is t. Now what is number of values? 72, and what is mean? 63. So into 63. Now next they have told us if two of the items were misrecorded as 27 and 9. Now in this total values, we have two wrong values, right? We have two wrong values, that is 27 and 9. So let us say that this T1 is consisting of T1. This T is consisting of T1. This T1 is the value of other 70 items and plus two wrong numbers, okay, two misrecorded numbers, that is 27 and 9. So plus 27 plus 9, that will be equals to 72 and 63. This T1 is what? This T1 is the value of other 70 items, and this T consists the value of other 70 items and two wrong values. So plus T1, this will be what? 36, and we'll keep it as it is, that is 72 into 63, and we'll take this 36 on the right hand side. So T1 is equals to 72 into 63 minus 36. Let us say this is equation 1. Now next they have told us if the correct values are what? 72 and 90. So that means if we have to find out the correct mean, what we have to take? We have to take the value of T1. T1 is what? The value of the other 70 items plus two correct values, that is 72 plus 90, and then divided by the number of values, that is 72. Then we'll get the correct mean. Okay. So our answer will be what? T1 plus correct values, that is 72 plus 90, 72 plus 90 upon the number of items, that is 72. This will be a correct mean. Now what is the value of T1? 72 into 63 minus 36. So 72 into 63 minus 36 plus 72 and plus 90. Plus 90 upon 72. Now for easy calculation purpose, what we will do, we'll take the 72 common. So 72 once we take common, then we'll be left with 63 plus 1. And 90 minus 36 will be what? 4, and 8 minus 3, 54 upon 72. Now what we'll do, this will be what? 72 into 64 plus 54 upon 72. Now next what we'll do, we'll segregate this. So how can we segregate this? 72 into 64 upon 72 plus 54 upon 72. So this 72 will be cancelled, and then we'll solve this. This will be 6 9s are, okay, 6 1s are, 12s are, 3 by 4. So 3 by 4 is nothing but 0.75. So that means 64 plus 0.75, that is 64.75. So this is the correct mean. That is option number 1 is the correct answer. So in this question, what we have done, basically we have taken T values, total values as T, and number of values is 72 and mean is 63. Okay, so that means T is equals to 72 into 63, but we found out that two values were wrong. So we have taken this T as T1, that is the values of other 70 items plus two wrong values, that is 27 and 9, and that is equals to 72 into 63. So we are getting the value of T1 as 72 into 63 minus 36. Now next what we have to do, we have to find out the correct value, correct mean. So what we have to take, we have to take the values of all other 70 items, that is T1, plus correct value, that is 72 plus 90 upon number of items, that is 72. So what is T1? 72 into 63 minus 36. So after solving this we got the answer as 64.75. The option number 1 is the correct answer. Now the other easy way of doing this question is, this question is little complicated, this way is little complicated. The other way of doing this question is, now see, here the number is 72 and 90, and wrong numbers are 27 and 9. So 20, if you see that these numbers are greater than the wrong numbers, so our mean, that our mean will always be greater than this mean, because our correct value is greater than the misrecorded value. So our mean will be greater. So what we have to take, we have to take the addition of these numbers, that is 72 plus 90, and we have to subtract the wrong values, that is minus 27 and minus 9. Okay, so this will be 2 and this will be 162 minus 36, right? 27 minus 9 will be minus 36. So this will be 12 minus 6, and 15 minus 3 will be 126. So once you get this value 126, what you have to do, you have to divide by the number of values. What you have to do, you have to divide it by number of values. So that is, you have to divide it by 72. So upon 72. So this will be what? 6 1s are 2s are, and this will be 6, 1 6 are, and sorry 2s are, 1s are. So this will be 7, 3 7s are, and 4s are, and this will be 1s are, 1.75s are. So that means this 1.75 you have to add to the wrong mean, that is 63. Okay, what you have to do, you have to add this to the wrong mean, that is 63 plus 1.75, that is 64.75. So that means option number 1 is the correct answer. This way is much more easier than the other way. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to see that which number is greater. Is the wrong numbers are the greatest, or the bigger, or the correct numbers are greater? If correct numbers are greater, what you have to do, you have whatever mean you get, you have to add it to the number. If the number which has been recorded earlier is greater, then that means you have to subtract from the mean. Okay, so here what we did, we have taken the correct values, that is 72 and 90, and we have taken the wrong values, that is 27 and 9. So we added 72 and 90 and we subtracted the wrong values, that is 27 and 9, and we got the answer as 126. So whatever answer you get 126, you have to divide by the number of items available, that is 72. So we got the answer as 1.75. So this mean has to be added to the incorrect mean, that is 63. Okay, so 64.75. If it was other way around, if it was like 72 and 90 were wrong numbers and 27 and 9 are the correct numbers, then we would have subtracted here minus 1.75. So you have to think little and then you have to solve this question. If you don't understand this method, it's okay, you can always go by the conventional method. Okay, but this will save much of your time. Okay, so the answer here is option number 1, that is 64.75. Now next question is, a patient in a hospital is given soup daily in cylindrical bowl of diameter 7 cm. If the bowl is filled with soup to a height of 4 cm, how much soup the hospital has to prepare daily to serve 250 patients? Okay, now in this question it is said that in a hospital, a patient is given soup in a cylindrical bowl, and the diameter of that particular bowl is 7 cm, and the height till which it is filled is 4 cm, and that such soup is given to 250 patients. We have to find out the amount of soup given to all patients. So first what we will do, we'll find out the volume of the soup given to one patient, and then we'll multiply by 250. Okay, so how do we find out the volume of cylindrical bowl? Volume of cylindrical bowl is nothing but pi r square h. Okay, it is pi r square h. Now what is r here? Your diameter is given as 7 cm. So diameter is 7 cm. So radius will be diameter by 2, that is 7 by 2. Okay, so here what we have to do, pi is what? 22 by 7. Radius is what? 7 by 2 into 7 by 2, and height is what? 4 centimeters. So into 4. So this 7 will be cancelled. This 2 will be cancelled. 2 2s are 4. And 22 into 7 will be 7 2s are 14. 7 2s are 14. 154. Okay. So that means the answer is 154 centimeter cube. Now this is the amount of soup given to one patient. We have to find out the amount of soup given to 250 patients. So what we have to do, we have to multiply 154 into 250. Okay, now the answer here we are getting is in centimeter cube, and the answer here given is liters. So what we have to do, we have to convert the centimeter cube into liters. So now the conversion factor is 1 liter is equals to 1000 centimeter cube. Okay, so let us say x liter will be equals to 154 into 250 centimeter cube. So x will be 154 into 250 upon 1000. So this 0 will be cancelled. 1s are, 4s are, 4 3s are 12, 34, 32 8s are, and then we'll be left with 20. So that will 38.5. So answer here is 38.5 liters. So option number 3rd is the correct answer. So in this question what we have done, we have found out the volume of amount of soup given to one patient, that is pi r square h. Volume of a cylindrical bowl is pi r square h, so that is 22 by 7, and your diameter is given 7, so radius will be 7 by 2. So here we have taken radius as 7 by 2, and height is 4 centimeters. So answer we got is 154. So this is the amount of soup given to one patient, and then we found out the amount of soup given to 250 patients, that is 154 into 250 centimeter cube. But the answer here given is in form of liters, and we know that 1 liter is how much? 1000 centimeter cube. So let us say x liter is equals to 154 into 250 centimeter cube. So after solving this, we got the answer as 38.5 liters. So option number 3 is the correct answer. Next question is the angles between the hands of a clock when the time is 4:25 a.m. Okay, now similar type of questions we have solved in previous parts. Now we'll solve this once again. Here they have told us to find out the angle between 4:25 a.m. Now let us say this is a clock. Okay, let us say this is a clock. So at 4:45, our needle will be somewhere here and minute needle will be here. That means we have to find out this angle. So how are we supposed to find out this angle? We'll first find out the angle covered by this minute hand, that is from here till here, and then what we'll do, we'll subtract this angle, that is the angle covered by our needle. Okay, then only we can get this value. What we are going to do, we are going to first find out the angle covered by minute hand, that means the angle covered from this particular point till this point, and then we'll find out the angle covered by our hand, that is from this point to this point, and then we'll subtract it so we can get the answer. Okay, now at 4:25, so first we'll find out the angle covered by minute hand. Okay, now in 60 minutes the minute hand covers 360 degrees, right? When it completes 60 minutes, at that time it covers 360 degrees. So at 25 minutes it will cover, let us say, x degrees. So that x will be 360 upon 60 into 25. This 0 6 25 6 is 150. So that means angle covered by minute hand at 4:25 a.m. is 150 degrees. Okay, now next we have to find out the angle covered by this R needle. Okay, so now what is, now see, don't do the mistake of calculating at 4 o'clock only, because here it is 4:25. That means the R needle will not be exactly at 4, it will be ahead of 4. Okay, so what we will do, we'll convert this 4:25 into hours. So 4:25 into hours will be 4 plus 25 by 60. Right, I'm converting this minutes into hours, so I have to divide it by 60. So this will be 5s and this will be 12s. 12 4s are 48, 48 plus 5, 53 by 12. What is the answer? 53 by 12. So now in 12 hours the R needle covers 360 degrees, right? In 12 hours the R needle covers 360 degrees. So in, let us say, y hours it will cover how much degrees? Okay, so in 53 by 12 hours it will cover, let us say, y degrees. Okay, now we know that, once again we'll see this, we know that the R needle covers 360 degrees in 12 hours. So in 53 by 12 hours it will cover, let us say, y degrees. So y will be equals to 360 into 53 by 12 upon 1 by 12. Okay, so this is 1s, 30s, this will 2s and 5s. Okay, so 53 into 5 will be 5 3s are 15, 5 5s are 25, 265 by 2. Okay, 265 by 2 is the answer. Now what we can do, we'll divide this. So 1s, 3s, and this will be 2s, 132.5. So now what we have to do, we have to find out the angle. This angle will be what? The angle covered by minute needle minus angle covered by the R needle. So that will be, that will be 150 minus this 132.5. So minus 132.5, that is equals to 17.5 degrees. Okay, so the answer here is 72.5 degrees. Option number 3 is the correct answer. Now in this question what we have done, we have first found out the angle covered by minute hand. Now we know that in 1 hour minute hand covers 360 degrees. Okay, in 60 minutes, that is in 60 minutes it covers 360 degrees. So in 25 minutes it will cover x degrees. So we got the value of x as 150 degrees. Okay, now next we have seen that, next we know that in 12 hours the R needle covers 360 degrees. So in 4 plus 25 minutes, that is 53 by 12 hours, it will cover y degrees. So we got the answer as 132.5. Now in order to find out this angle, we have to subtract 132.5 from 150. So the answer we are getting here is 17.5. Of doing this question is, there's a direct formula for doing this question. Theta is equals to mod of 30 into h minus 11 by 2 into m, where h is hours and m is minutes. Remember, theta is, that is the angle or between the hours, between the two needle, is 30 into h minus 11 by 2 into m. Now what is h? Hours, and m is minutes. Okay, so 30 into what is hours here? 4. So into 4 into 4 minus 11 by 2 is what? 25. Okay, so this will be 4 3s are 120 minus 11 into 25 will be 275 by 2. So that will be equals to 120 minus 275 will be 1s and this will be 3s, and then again it will be 1 3s, this will be 37s and 0.5. So 137.5 minus 120 will be 17.5. okay, so answer, and anyways we are getting 17.5. now this shortcut will save much of your time, but if you don't remember this formula you can always go by this method. So the answer we are getting here is 17.5. Next question is, a shop gives 15% discount on the purchase of a TV. If paid for in cash immediately, a further discount of 12% is given. If the marked price is rupees 15,000, what is the price of TV if cash purchase is made? Now see, in this question it is said that a shop gives 15% discount on the purchase of TV, but if the payment is done in cash and that too immediately, further 12% discount is given. If the marked price of the TV is 15,000, we have to find out the what amount the purchaser has to pay if he makes the cash, if he makes the payment in cash. Okay, so now what is marked price? Marked price here is rupees 15,000. So now we have to find out the selling price. So what will be selling price? 15,000 marked price, and he'll be getting 15% discount. So if he is getting 15% discount, that means he has to pay 100 minus 15, that is 85% of 15,000. But because he is giving cash and that too immediately, he'll get 12% further discount. So that means further he has to pay of this amount 100 minus 12 upon 100%, that is 88% of this amount. Okay, so now we are going to solve this. 15,000, 100 minus 15 is 85 upon 100 into 100 minus 12 is 88 upon 100. These three zeros gone. This will be 3s, this will be 2s, 1s, 44s. Now 4 3s are 12, 4 3s are 12, 132 into 85. So what will be 132 into 85? 5 2s are 10, 5 3s are 15, 16, 5 1s are 5, 6. X, 8 2s are 16, 8 3s are 24, 25, 8 1s are 8, 10. So 0, 12, 12, and this is 1120. 11220. Okay, so answer is option number 2, 11,220. So in this question what we have done, we have taken the mark price and then we have taken 15% discount. So if it is 15% discount, then he has to pay 100 minus 15 upon 100 of 15,000, and further he gets 12% discount. So that means he has to pay of this amount 100 minus 12 upon 100, that is 88% of this amount. So final answer we are getting is 11,220, that is option number 2. Next question is, if a boy is standing at the top of the tower and another boy is at the ground at some distance from the foot of the tower, then the angle of elevation and depression between the boys when they look at each other will be. Now see, in this question it is said that a boy is standing at the top of the tower. Let us say this is the tower, okay, and let us say B1 boy is standing here at the top of the tower. Another boy is standing at the ground at some distance from the tower. So another boy is standing at a tower at some distance from the tower, okay, on the ground. So let us say that B2 boy is here and is at particular distance from the tower, okay, and this angle will be 90 degrees. Now next it is said that the angle of elevation and angle of depression between the two boys when they look at each other will be. We have to find out the relationship between angle of elevation and angle of depression. Now first we have to see what is angle of elevation and what is angle of depression. Now as from the words you can predict or you can guess that angle of elevation means it will go upward. So if I draw this line, then angle of elevation will be this part, okay. When the person at the ground looks at the upward side, that means angle of elevation, and when the person at the top is looking downward, that means angle of depression. So angle of depression will be this part, okay. Let us say this is theta 1 and let us say this is theta 2. So in any case, angle of depression and angle of elevation will be equal, that is theta 1 is equals to theta 2. Now why it will be equal? Now this line, this particular line, let us say this is line L1 and this is line L2. These lines are parallel, and the lines are parallel and then the alternate angles are equal. We have studied this in geometry when the lines are angled. Now see, you must have studied this. This angle is equals to this angle when the lines are parallel. So similar it is in this case. when the lines are parallel, that is L1 is parallel to L2, then this angle will be equals to this angle. So we can say that angle of elevation is equals to angle of depression. So option number 4 is the correct answer. If the product of the roots of the polynomial ax square minus 6x minus 6 is 4, then find the value of a. Now see, in this question, it is said that the product of the roots of the polynomial of this equation is 4. Now, whenever you have polynomial equation of power 2, now how do we find out whether the equation is of power 2 or power 3? We have to look at the x. Now, see, here is the equation is ax square minus 6x minus 6. So here, if you have to find out the power or the form of equation, we have to check the highest power of x. So here the highest power of x is 2, that means we are going to have 2 roots. Okay, if the highest power of x is 1, that means we are going to have value of x as 1 only. Okay, only one value of x will have. And if we have x with power 3, that means we are going to have 3 values of x. So in this equation, it is polynomial of power 2, that means we are going to have 2 values of x. Now here it is said that if the product of the roots of the polynomial is 4. Okay, now whenever you have equation like quadratic equation of power 2, you should remember that the sum of the roots, that is m1 and m2, we are going to have 2 roots, right? So m1 and m2 will be equals to minus b by a, and m1 m2 will be equals to c by a. Now what is b and what is a? If suppose my equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0, so m1 plus m2, that is sum of the roots will be minus b, that is coefficient of x upon coefficient of x square, and product of roots, that is m1 m2 will be constant term upon coefficient of x square. Now here they have told us the product of the roots of the polynomial is 4. Okay, so that means m1 m2 is equals to 4, and what is m1 m2? C by a. It is c by a. So what is the value of c here? Minus 6. Here it is minus 6. And what is the value of a? Here the value of a is a itself. So I'll write a equals to 4. What we have to find out? We have to find out the value of a. So a will be equals to minus 6 by 4. That is equals to minus 3 by 2. Okay. So answer here is option number 1. So you have to remember both this equations. That is, product of the roots is c by a and sum of the roots is minus b by a for quadratic equation of power 2. So answer we are getting here is minus 3 by 2. So that was the last question for the day. Now we could not solve the 10th question because there was some error or there is something missing in that question. So we'll solve that question later on. If you have any queries, any recommendation, anything, you can call us at this number, or you can mail us at mailateasyway@gmail.com. And if you like this video, please do like, share and subscribe. So thank you very much.